Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be sharing with you the ultimate power of journaling. This is something that I get asked a lot about. It's a practice that has been part of my life for maybe 6-7 years now, and it has been hugely transformational. If you have done any element of self or personal development, you've probably heard people banging on about the benefits of journaling. What gives? How do we do it? Why do I need to do it? And how do we get started? So if you are completely new to journaling, this is going to help to give you a step-by-step guide. So if you are new here, my name is Emma. Here on this channel we talk all things health, wellness, getting your shit together and going after your best life. So if that sounds like your kind of jazz, make sure that you do subscribe, hit on the like button, because it massively helps me out to keep on creating free content such as this. I'm here for the goal getters, right? And if you want to go after goals, we have to have this element of self-reflection to get to know yourself, to trust yourself, to like and love being yourself. And a big part of that is being able to express it. And when we do this, we create this conscious awareness of our habits. If you've listened to any of my videos before, I'm a huge proponent of creating habits. If you want to go after your best life, it doesn't come from these big huge things. It comes from the little things that you do daily. And if we're not aware of what habits are supporting us and which ones that aren't, then it makes it really hard to generate that progress. And it's why so many people get stuck and don't get to the space that they want to be in. The power of journaling allows you to tap into almost coaching yourself through things. You can start to discover that things that aren't working, the things that you need to change, and you can make decisions and choices better for yourself and better informed because you've done that element of self-exploration. Writing also allows you to be more factual. Again, there's research behind this that tells us that when we're writing things down, and this is very much about pen to paper versus typing. We spend so much of our time like this, but there's research that shows that people who write things down, and this was done in like university settings, so people who write their notes by hand actually retain more of the information, because we take what's happened in our lives and then we're able to like put it down within our own words, and your brain processes it and remembers it more. An element of journaling where you're going to be putting parts of your life down onto paper so that you can create a better understanding of what's been going on, and this is factual rather than just the things that are rolling around and around and around in your head. Because how many times did we do that, where you've had this thought and it keeps on going on, especially if it's been an argument and it keeps getting bigger and you keep making it worse and you keep getting more mad about it. The process of writing allows you to get those feelings down onto paper and to start to work through them. This is not about packing down emotions and ignoring that they're actually there. This is you facing up to them and working through them, and that's really where the power comes in. So how are we going to set this up? So you might have heard me talk on some of my previous videos, and this is actually just want to clarify, because some people do get a little bit confused about this, that this is my get it together. This is a planner. This is my life planner. That's not a journal. They go hand in hand and they work powerfully together. With journaling, I'm using a plain lined notebook. That's my personal preference. I like to have something pretty. It's usually pink or pastel colours. So these are some of my pastel ones. This is the one that I'm using at the moment. I actually love this because it's a little bit bigger. And I'm coming into this to write, and it's something that I've been doing regularly for a number of years now, and I massively notice the difference when I don't do it. I notice the difference to my mood, my ability to be more patient, especially with my children. So these are where these elements all come in together. So this is as simple as getting a notepad. There are some different types of journaling, which I'll put up on the screen. So there is art journaling. People like to do it if they're more creative and expressive with art. I am not an arty person. I like to just write words. I like to just get it down onto paper. It's going to be quick. It's going to be simplistic if it's going to fit into my life. I'm not someone for cutting and sticking things out. However, if that is for you, I'm going to put up a channel that I just visited recently. I'm like, yeah, that's beautiful. It's amazing for creatives. So if you're going to get into this, think about the type of person you are. What is calling towards you? Another style that I often see a lot of is bullet journaling. Again, it looks amazing, and bullet journals will tend to have these dots on the paper. People who also like to doodle, they draw all these amazing different things on them, and I look at these in awe and I think, oh, that looks so amazing and beautiful. Again, it's not for me. I'm going to put some links below to, if you want to go and explore different styles of journaling, definitely go and do that. But I'm going to be talking more just about the written word, because here's a big component to that. There's going to be this element of flexibility. It's got to feel good for you, and you're not going to go into this and saying, I'm going to start journaling because Emma said I should. No, this has got to feel good. Like, that's the thing that's kept me going with it all of this time, because I felt the benefit from it. I feel excited for life. It brings me a sense of feeling comfort and at ease with myself, to get to know myself, as I said, and to make sense of life. So it's those elements that allow me to keep on coming to this, because I really feel the benefit from doing it. So I would advise you, if you want to get into it, just start easy, be gentle on yourself, allow yourself to be flexible. Especially when I first started, I was not doing this every single day. I would be like here and there at the times when I needed it. There is no right or wrong. There's no rules to this. It's meant to be a practice that helps you to feel better in whichever way that feels good for you. Think about your routine. I was definitely very sporadic at the start. Now I'm pretty much every day, and I do that because it's part of my routine. I talk a lot about morning routine, and there's a few videos that I'll pop up if you want to start exploring morning routine. I like to do it in the morning. I know some people that like to do it at the end of the day so that they can empty out their mind and go to bed and have a restful night's sleep. So think about the type of person you are and the type of day that you think is going to be more beneficial to you, and just try and have a little bit of a routine with it. However, with routine, I always err on the side of flexibility. Don't give yourself a hard time about it if you don't get it in. It doesn't matter. It's there to be beneficial, not to add pressure to your life. So now we've gone through some of the setup, like what the heck are we writing? When I first started doing this on the advice of a coach I was working with, she didn't really give me much guidance, and was like, kind of don't know what I'm doing. What should I be writing out? And I've figured it out across the years. So these are some of the things that have really helped me, and I've definitely started to make it more advanced. And these more advanced practices that I share with my Shine Squad members, which is my monthly membership. But this is definitely the perfect get started guide. So I'm just going to give you some of the things that you can write about. I generally will start my writing for the day, and I will relay what happened the day before. I write any good things that happen, so I can really relay and pick out the things that are going well. Not only is that inspiring your motivation, it's building your confidence and reminding you that you're making progress. What comes with that is that feeling, that energy that we want to create more of this. You could just write out your daily wins for the day. That's something that I recommend to my clients all the time. I get them to come and share our wins with us for this specific person, of building that self-confidence and realizing and having that evidence that we are making progress. When I'm writing out my day, I also look at the things that maybe I didn't do so well, and not in a space of like, oh, you're so terrible, you didn't get this done. It's like creating awareness. Okay, I didn't do the thing that I said I was going to do. Why didn't I do that? Like, what happened? And start to explore it, so that if you want to create a different result next time, you can then write out, next time I will do this, and write it out in a positive manner, and is as if it's in almost that present moment. I'll be showing up as my best self, and I will take this attitude, and I'm going to step in with an air of confidence. I also write down things like, especially if I got mad or triggered by something, or if I lost my shit with the kids again, to write that out. Just bring it into your awareness. What went on? Why were you triggered by that thing? Was it something underlying? Is there something that you're not quite giving to yourself that's making you feel a bit tetchy and on edge? Because when you create awareness, we create the power to apply change. Then at the end of that, what I like to do is set out my intentions for today. Who is the person that you want to show up as? That's what we're writing out. Today I'm going to feel like, I'm going to enjoy, I'm excited about, and write out all of the things of how you want to feel. If you were going to go in today and absolutely smash it, make it the absolute best day ever, How would you be showing up? Frame that. It's creating this vision of the ideal of what you want to create for your life. What are the things that you'll be getting ticked off? What are the things that you're going to be ending the day like, yes, I feel like a badass for getting that done. Next thing that we can write in are power mantras. And actually I've put, this is where I start to move into the planner, because these are some of the things that I've laid into the planner. What I do is I set out my intention for the day, what I want to do, how I'm showing up, how I'm feeling, and then I'll then transfer that across into my planner. That looks like I'm doing this at this time, this action at this time, this, almost into your to-do list. Also available in the planner, however, you don't have it in the planner, you could do it in your journal. And some people just have a gratitude journal. Again, in the world of self-development, who doesn't bang on about the power of gratitude? But there's a reason for that. Is because it helps you to feel present. It helps you to ground you in the moment and to realize all of the things that we do have. We have a negative, biased mind. We are constantly looking for the things that we're lacking and feeling crappy of, I don't have this and why can't I have that? Whereas we turn the mind towards the gratitude, we attract more of that into our lives. We realize that we've got so much more and we have things that we can allow ourselves to feel good about. So start to list out all of the things that you feel grateful for. And as I just briefly mentioned, you might want to write out a power mantra for the day. So something that's going to get you fired up, that you can imprint into your mind. We're infusing our mind with all of these positive ideas, this positive energy, ingraining it into our brain, training and creating these neural pathways that are always looking for the positives. And that is a very base beginner's guide, but remember, there is no right or wrong with this. That's just a bit of an outline to get you started. So we're looking at reflecting on the day before, pulling out wins, pulling out lessons, pulling out challenges, and making sense of it. What does it mean to you? What is it guiding you towards? Because this is where you can start to coach yourself. Okay, if I want something different, I'm going to do this, and then write out the actions. How do you now want to be showing up? If you were going to create an incredible day today, what would that look like? And write it out. Be as descriptive, write it in as much detail as you want. Then start to layer in the gratitude, the positive affirmations, and then transfer it over to your planner so that you're not just like dreaming up the stuff. You've got to start taking and putting it into action. And a lot of journaling actually comes down to answering the questions that you need answering in your life. And sometimes people are like, I don't know what questions to ask. I'm telling you, if you go over onto Pinterest and type in journaling questions for anxiety, journaling questions for better relationships, journaling questions for better health, full lists will start to come up. So you can start to use those in your journaling practice. Pinterest is always my go-to, or stick it in Google. There are tons of resources out there. And as you start to explore and expand on it, you'll find that you start to get a little bit deeper within it. You get to know within yourself. It's the tool that I continue to use day by day to live into my own best life, to feel happier, to feel more content, clarity and direction, to know where I'm heading. And that all comes from the power of journaling. So I really hope that it can help to create as much awesomeness in your life as it has done in mine. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below, or if you have any other elements that you would like me to touch on for future videos, I'd love to hear about those too. But most of all, I want to see you. If you get yourself a journal and you start practicing it, let me know. Come and take pictures of yourself. Tag me over on Instagram, and I'll look forward to seeing you start out on your own transformation for living your own best life. Until next time.